The following podcast is rated M for mature.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Rating Pending Podcast. I am your host, Victor the Red, and I'm here with Cardinal,
Hi.
Solix Base,
Hello.
and that idiot called Carlos.
Why am I here?
Yeah. So yeah, we got. Wow, it's a full house. It's basically Nintendo Week, and it's wow. It's a jam-packed week with Nintendo stuff. We got the Super Smash Bros. Roster leak. Even what was it? Shulk has been announced.
Yeah, officially.
Officially has been announced. Shulk. Pokken Tournament, which is the Pokemon slash Tekken action
Crossover.
fighting not crossover. It's actually it's a Pokemon fighting game with using the Tekken mechanics. But last but not least, in this, which is recently added, it's the new 3DS, which it's more powerful and faster. But the thing is, it won't read there's no. They're not gonna read some certain games from the new 3DS to the older 3DS. So yeah, this is slightly like a Mark 3, if you may, and it's something
It's
that
basically what the Vita was for the old days.
exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get started, guys. Yeah, Nintendo Week.
Well, I don't know. I guess we could go in order. We could start with the leaks.
Is it roster league? Yeah.
Yeah, roster leaks.
I mean,
You told me about this roster leak, and I checked that out. Not sure if it was real or fake, but I kind of
Okay.
look real.
The problem is, about a month ago, there was this blacklist with a bunch of characters put into it. Many were already confirmed characters for Smash Brothers. But
Alright.
it was a really weird list because you got the freaking dog from Duck Hunt. You had Shulk into it. You had Ganondorf back in, and people were really wondering like, what's all this? And like, you would say, oh, it's a fake list. Anybody can make a fake list.
Right.
Until the guy decides to upload videos, and it's like, okay, well, you have the evidence here. It's a little blurry in some cases, but what confirmed everything was the fact that hours later after the leak, Nintendo, sent a copyright claim and knocked off the videos. Normally,
So it's
yeah.
So it's highly likely that it's real.
And
It's-
then a few days later they released the official Shulk video, which is
Exactly.
like, damn.
Right.
If they had released, I don't know, Ganondorf or freaking Bowser Jr., well, it's okay. It's something that you could expect, except for Bowser Jr. Like, say they would have just shown Ganondorf. Okay, you're expecting Ganondorf to be in the game, so that you could have, called the list out as a fake.
Right.
But you bring out Shulk, which is something people have been asking even before Brawl was out, and you're basically confirming, yes, this actually happened, and this is actually gonna be in the game.
Right. Well, for the leak. As for the leak, well, yeah, they recently announced Shulk. That's and he looked pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
His combos were pretty awesome when they showed the basically the
I sort
trailer.
of hate the fact we have too many sword fighters in this.
Well, what do we got? We got Chrom from Fire Emblem. We got
No, we didn't get Chrom. Chrom is
Chrom is the one that
That's a trophy. That's his trophy.
yeah, basically.
We've got Ike, Marth, Lucina, Link, Robin, even though he uses a spell book on the side. We got Shulk into it, and we also got
There's two Fire Emblem characters in it, right?
No, there's four of them actually.
There's
yeah.
4.
Yeah,
There's Robin,
Lucina, Marth,
Lucina,
and
Marth.
Ike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chrom is the only one that's like sitting on the bleachers.
Yeah, basically. And then on the Zelda side, you got Link and Toon Link, which isn't much, but still sword fighting.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of sword fighters in there.
And you got the Mii fighters that could also wield a blade.
Yeah. We got those two. Zelda's in the game, and so is
And Sheik.
and Sheik.
But then
they're
again,
separate. They're separate characters this time.
they're separate, and at least like they fight. I don't know. Zelda's always used magic. Sheik always uses random techniques. Never really seen her with a sword. So
She
frankly.
basically kicks or punches you.
Mhm.
basically.
Hand to hand. Mono a mono.
Mano a mano.
I
It's
do hate the fact, Sakura has always been the guy who, oh, something got leaked. Well, I'm potentially not gonna do it for the next game. And that's what happened with Subspace Emissary. He hated the fact that people would record their gameplay and post it up on places like YouTube. And he simply decided, you know what, next Smash Brothers isn't just, it's not going to have a storyline because I wanted people to be surprised, and now you can just look it up on YouTube and it doesn't matter.
right.
Yeah.
But isn't this Super Smash getting a story or?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
not supposed to.
What it's getting is a mini game mode where you go through a bunch of puzzles and a bunch of little areas, and at the end of the whole mini game, you and your friends have to fight each other for the main prize, which is built up using the Kid Icarus system for difficulty,
Right.
where you would bet more money in a way into this little bin. You would kick the difficulty from 1 to 9, and depending how you did was the amount of money you would gain. In this case, since it's up to 4 players, you finish the whole thing, and at the end you have to fight each other to see who keeps the main prize.
Right. And all right, and we all right, if it's Super Smash Bros is coming out this October on the 3DS, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. But
Yeah.
what about the Wii U version? It still like says Christmas, winter,
Yeah, the Wii U version's still set for
winter,
Yeah, it's still
Holiday
set for
season,
winter.
holiday season, or yeah, winter
It's
is
okay.
coming.
Yeah, it's still set for the holiday season, and they actually explained why. It was like they had this thing where trying to debug both games at once was becoming a too big of a tedious process
All right.
when it came to be. Like, fine, you could have jumped to the Wii U one first and release it first, but I guess that they do realize that the 3DS right now is the main market at Nintendo, and they said, you know what, we can at least test out how people reply to this, sending it on the 3DS first, so let's fix that one first, and we can focus on the Wii U once that's out.
Right.
Which was a smart move. Like, consumer-wise, it was a smart move. But going back to the roster for a moment, I read something a bit peculiar in the forums earlier
All right.
about 2 characters who have not been like completely mentioned, but kind of have at the same time, and about 3 confirmed characters that are not coming back.
You mean like the
So-
Earthbound characters?
No, 3 other characters. Snake is apparently not coming back.
Snake.
And-
Snake. It's basically a cameo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Snake was a cameo.
God
And
damn
so was
it.
Squirtle and Ivysaur. Like, those 2 aren't coming back, although some people wish they kind of would, because they were fun to use as a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I-
you could, like, damage up your opponent with Charizard using the Flame Breath,
Yeah.
the Flamethrower, and then just have Ivysaur whip them away, or Squirtle, you had incredible mobility. Like, it was a great kit. But there's another character that's not coming back. Completely. If what the forum said is true, we're gonna have a hallmark character change completely.
Right.
The Ice Climbers.
Oh man.
Apparently they're coming back, but it's only one of them.
Just one.
The male. You can switch it to the
Why?
girl as an alternate costume. Apparently playability. But
Let-
what they are gonna do is change his kit, well his and her kit, to be twice as big as the threat, or a lot more. But that's not confirmed. Like, we don't know. And they also said about bringing back Dark Pit, which would have a moveset completely different from Pit normal.
Considering that Dark Pit actually does appear on the leaked roster, I don't know if we maybe could like get a picture here to show people the roster we're talking about, just in case.
Or
Yeah.
at least we can link it later on. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we can link
he
it.
does appear in the leaked roster, which is why the forums mention it. And it's like, well, dang. But they do mention how his kit is going to be completely different from Pit's. Like, share some similarities, but not a lot. It's going to be another character, which is why they're bringing him. Which is what we need. We need
An-
variety.
any arena announced like it's returning back? Like any arena that's supposedly returning from older Super Smash?
Let me see if I can find it. They did show The mode that they're bringing in, the little puzzle mode, I forgot its name. I think it's Smash Run, is supposed to replace the arena per se.
It's supposed to replace the arena.
Yeah,
Right.
You don't replace the arena. The
You
arena
don't. One does not simply replace the arena.
exactly.
Never. But yeah, Carlos, he's been so quiet. Why not talking? Oh, right, you don't like Nintendo.
Wait,
Nintendo.
what? Oh, I guess
Zi-
I need to say this every time you say something about Nintendo.
Yeah.
No, no, just be quiet.
he's learned. Okay, here we go. The 3DS menu contains the the actual Smash icon, which would basically be for you to play with your buddies.
Right.
The Smash Run icon next to it, but like under. Challenge mode, the online button, which is right in the middle, which also contains the little icon for the shop. Games and more, which I guess they'll bring like for Brawl, that they brought little playable, let's say demos or games per se, from the olden days. You
Right.
got the street. You just got the Street Pass option, which, quote unquote, I will not reveal my source. There will be people having the game already 4 days before the game actually comes out in retails, but they can't have the Street Pass on whatsoever.
So you basically mean another Pokemon Canada incident.
More or less, except with,
Pokemon in white.
oh yeah, when Pokemon X and Y was coming out, a month before the game came out, people had copies of the games and they started leaking official information from the game, like the new Pokemon.
When
the
we
UI.
mean leaking, we don't mean like a pic or like just one pic or maybe some info. No, no, no.
No, it's the whole shit.
The whole
Like
thing.
yes, everything.
It's the
Everything.
whole thing.
You had enough things to make a fan base guide to Pokemon X and Y.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of cool because then you knew what was coming, and it's like, yeah, it's actually gonna be worth buying. But at the same time, it was so much info at a time that you just weren't surprised at all when the game came out. It ruined the fun for a lot of people, and which is why Sakurai gets so pissed when people start.
Leaking stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sakurai, for everything that's going on with you. I'm really, really sorry. And it sucks actually. Somebody in the staff must be freaking leaking that shit.
Yeah.
Oh
they-
no,
they-
the leaks are coming from people. Well, one was Nintendo of America.
Yeah, I was an actual employee.
Like,
from
like-
America.
Exactly. Freaking
Like-
assholes.
Bloody damn.
They can't keep their shit together.
Yeah,
Like-
but you know that's corporate spies and shit. That's money making the world go around.
Exactly. Well, that's actually true. It's not a bad point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut the fuck up, Carlos. I'm just.
Hey, Carlos is agreeing with me. Let him talk.
Let him talk.
I'm sorry. But
I like Nintendo.
oh yeah, right, Carlos. Like Nintendo for you is like the second
By the
Dreamcast.
way, guys, you're making me say this.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, Carlos. I'll give you one quick moment for you to bash on it.
Come on,
Well-
Carlos.
No, I won't.
No,
It's
not yet, not
Nintendo.
yet.
It's
Not
yet.
Nintendo week.
Not yet.
But yeah, if Carlos will buy the Wii U if Shame U comes to Wii U, ain't that right, Carlos?
I like Nintendo.
I am Carlos. I like Nintendo.
This is perfect.
That's
To-
the
to-
only thing
to
I'm
those
gonna
of-
say in
To
the
For those of you
podcast.
that are listening to us for the first time, this guy will be completely okay with whatever any other company does. But if Nintendo does something, it's
No, wait. There's only one company he might hate more than Nintendo.
Yeah,
that be?
Microsoft.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually true. Carlos kind of like
I
hates.
prefer- If I had to choose a company that will die a painful death,
A painful death.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
Microsoft. They're evil bastards.
Okay,
No.
let's not go there. Let's not go there. It's
Let's
Nintendo.
not jump into this. It's Nintendo.
Oh,
Is it-
I'm sorry. I like Nintendo.
I like Nintendo.
So yeah, so that's what that is up. That is what is up with Smash. Basically, like leaks everywhere. Sakurai getting pissed, probably beating his wife.
Wow. Oh wow, you would go there.
Like, I don't want to be racist, but it's one of the top 4 countries who would beat women out of frustration.
And they allow that. I
They
hope.
don't allow it, but it's not like they have a choice.
It's like how you say it. I like how you say it. It's like, not to be racist, but Japan is one of the countries that you basically beat women.
Okay, it's just
Yeah.
Wait for you to get into this.
Okay,
I
okay.
like Nintendo.
Come on. Oh my god. But yeah, freaking Super Smash leaks everywhere. Sakurai getting pissed. Again, I'm really sorry, Sakurai. We don't want to hurt your feelings, but hey, it's kind of helping for people getting Smash. Actually, it's
Yeah,
not
it's making people want to buy Smash even more.
badly, so badly, literally,
Like,
so
people
bad.
who wanted to buy Smash are just having their fun ruined for them, basically, because now we know what's coming. Like, yay! But we
Now-
were already gonna buy it, so boo.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna buy it first on 3DS. I don't have a Wii U. I will get the Wii U eventually, but I'll get the 3DS one just to see how it is.
You see, I want to get the Wii U, but let's just jump straight to this. Having a new 3DS console coming out, I'm sorry, that will potentially take part of my money.
Yet I won't touch that topic. Not yet.
Let's go
but
with Pokken first.
now let's talk about Pokken. Pokken, Pokken.
Like,
It's
it's
a-
Tekken was a PO at the beginning.
If it's Pokemon, it's and Tekken,
Tekken.
Pokken. There we go. So yeah, Pokken Tournament has been announced this week on Tuesday, right? It was on Nintendo Direct,
Yeah.
and
not,
it what?
Was it a direct?
It was on
actually?
Direct. Yeah, it was on Direct. They're not gonna announce that on IGN, not even GameSpot. They're gonna announce it.
IGN did have the video though.
Well, yeah, they
announced
did.
it.
They had the rights first, obviously, to put that video online. But as in for reveal, obviously everything is being revealed at Nintendo Direct. I haven't seen anything on E3 from them in the past 2 years. But
They did do one.
well, it was 2 years ago when they announced they revealed Watch Dogs, all those games, and then
No, but that's the thing. Nintendo did have an event. The problem is that they didn't have an actual stage event like they normally do.
yeah, they have an event, but not as in a press conference thing.
Well, they said they were gonna have one, but they didn't.
Basically.
It was
Oh
online
wait, sorry.
because
I like Nintendo.
I don't want to be rude. No wait, Carlos hates Microsoft. It's good. Microsoft was the only event that was basically shown on TV.
TV,
Yeah.
TV,
Well,
Connect,
PlayStation
TV.
got more views though.
Yeah, PlayStation did get more views.
Yo,
Even,
the
even
thing.
though they didn't say squat that they were gonna air.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
what?
Yeah, they did.
Going back to Pokken.
Going back to
Oh,
Pokken, we're
I'm
getting.
sorry. I like Nintendo.
Oh my god. But yeah, Pokken Tournament is this, obviously this 3D fighting game, such kind of like Tekken.
It is Tekken.
It is
basically
Tekken
the
with
Pokemon version of
skins,
Hyrule
with
Warriors.
Pokemon skins.
Yeah.
But I noticed something on the trailer that they showed awesome combos actually. They showed Lucario and Machamp. What? Which one?
Yeah,
Machamp.
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 Chomp.
Machamp.
You're the chump.
You're chump, bitch. But yeah, they show that, and so it's being slated to 2015 release.
Yeah.
So basically, next year is gonna be. Keep saying this. Freaking 2015 is so freaking jam packed with
Like, how did they
games.
expect us to buy this many?
We got a shitload of stuff even at the beginning on the like starting the year. You got January and you got freaking going off topic for just a bit. You got the new expansion for Saints Row, which is Gone to Hell. Which is Johnny Gat like goes to hell to save his the president of the United States, or you basically on previous Saints Row games that you're like the main character. And I just heard Carlos sigh, so I know that Carlos don't
Yeah, we
like
should
the.
probably stop.
But yeah, Pokken Tournament. Is that a game that you're actually interested?
Well,
Oh
if it-
yeah.
I am honestly interested to see how everything comes down, considering that I've always wanted an actual game for you to use the Pokemon, not just watch him do everything.
Because actually Pokken Tournament The way they showed it, a friend of mine, again, I'm gonna mention his name. I think everybody knows who I'm gonna mention. Does anybody knows?
I'm going with Sebastian.
Yeah,
And
that
Joe.
one. He actually said, "I don't like the camera and all that and all that." I was like, "But dude, that's actually the trailer. That's not the actual camera. If it was that camera, that would suck. Cause I don't want to play
It would be
Tenkaichi
awkward.
again.
It would be awkward.
It would be no. I don't want to play Tenkaichi all again. I hated Tenkaichi,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. Those cameras were horrible. Just leave it like classic side scroll fighting game, like basically just like that. Classic fighting games, not 3D moving around. But since this is Pokken Tournament, I'm assuming that everything is moving around, cause it's a Tekken mechanic actually. So it's the Pokemon Company and Namco Bandai joining and stuff. So
Gonna play.
obviously this is a fact. Obviously that game is only gonna come to Wii U.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, actually,
And
it's gonna have
actually, it's-
arcade versions.
Well, yeah.
the
First the
thing-
arcades, then the console releases. That's
Yeah,
actually
it's actually
awesome.
it.
Since that game is well, Japan is it's basically glorified with arcades. That's basically the hot area with
Well,
arcades.
Yeah, but you have the whole arcades thing. But what if they simply decide to leave it as an arcade?
Oh well, if they do leave it as an arcade, that would totally suck for North America players. That would actually suck.
I like Nintendo.
Oh my god. But but actually, yeah, if they do leave it, I don't think so. But if they do leave it at arcade, if they do bring the Pokken Tournament 2 here to North America, the arcades, okay, that will be cool, I guess. But people actually,
They have arcades.
yeah,
but
I would love to see the arcade scene come back to life. I know
it would be
console.
perfect.
It would be awesome,
Yeah, me
actually.
too.
It would be amazing if the arcade scene come back to life. I
Yeah.
can even link you to somebody who actually made an Injustice arcade cabinet himself. He actually did an Injustice Gods Among Us arcade. He just had to did the panel, did everything, the CPO. He did that. I helped doing the art, but it wasn't chosen. But I helped, and he actually, he created he did an MK2, if I'm not mistaken, MK2 dedicated cabinet, like okay, let's just put it this way. He made the arcade obviously with nothing inside. Then he just put the decals on the side. He put like Wonder Woman's on the side. The marquee he put Injustice, Gods Among Us, and it was running on a PS3. And it was you got your monitor, the CPO. He actually had to put the cables. He had to open the PlayStation 3 controllers, put those wires, hook it up, and he actually made that arcade. Plus, he actually did the Mortal Kombat 9 arcade.
Nice.
And I've been his friend since 2009. Ever since I started watching, cause I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, but ever since I started watching his videos, I don't know, he has this way of making arcades. It's for him it's like so easy. It's like piece of cake on doing
And
arcades.
arcades are still popular. I work
Exactly,
at one,
arcade
and people go
are
every
popular,
day.
but arcades are popular, but for some games, cause they're doing the one that it's right in the mall here in Puerto Rico that's called Plaza de las Americas, and it's on Caribbean Cinemas. The one that's Batman. It's cool, but at the same time, it's like
What the hell?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
Just
It's,
a fun game to play with friends.
it's
It's an arcade game.
it's an arcade co-op actually game.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
work in a bigger one than Plaza Americas, and it's always full.
Yeah, but there was this arcade basically place that it was called Timeout, and it was the best one.
Yeah.
It was the best one. I could go to another town that has it, but the one that was on Plaza Las Americas called Timeout was simply the best.
Yeah,
They just took it out because fuck it.
we
Who
need more
cares?
bathrooms.
That's actually true. We need more bathrooms. But if they do actually, oh, by the way, the guy who actually made the arcades, you can go to this channel. It's called Your MK Arcade Source, just like that. Your MK Arcade Source. Of course, MK stands for Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I'll just put the link in the description. And if they do actually move, you know, the arcade here to North America, it would be, it would be awesome, and they would put it on Evo. I'm pretty sure they would. I would like to see an arcade
Definitely.
game. I would
Like,
like
that
to
would be
see a
the new
championship
Evo
game
scene.
running on an arcade, not on console. I don't want to see no controller bullshit. I want to see arcade fighting, and you have the camera look like behind them, and you see the monitor. Everyone can see the fight. That would be actually awesome. Keep it basically old school championship games. Like everything, it's on arcades. That'll be freaking
The
amazing.
thing is, taking into account everything, this game has a lot of potential because you don't have to stick to just fighting. You know how every Pokemon has a typing. There are like 19 types, whatever. Jose, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're
19?
19. I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
either
because of
19 or
fairies.
18.
It's 19 or 18 because of the fairies.
Yeah.
Damn, fairies. Point is, this game has a lot of potential because you don't have to stick to fighting type Pokemon. You can have, hell, you could have Charizard in there. You could have
No,
Blastoise.
no, no,
He just don't want OP characters,
no.
I guess.
I'm sick and tired of seeing Charizard everywhere.
But
Really?
Really
dude,
is.
he has the moves. He has Power Up Punch. He has Seismic Toss. He has
Yet,
Fire Blast.
but yet, on a fighting, like Tekken mechanics fighting game, it would be awkward actually, because you're basically whipping your tail. It's like I'm using Azazel from Tekken 6, in which he just smacks one, like he has only one punch. He like do something on the floor that takes shit out of the floor, and he uses his tail or just roll over, in which it was too OP. I hope they don't use that shit on.
Well, there are ways to combat that because, for example, he doesn't have short arms like a T-Rex or anything. He does have arms that are long enough to hit a punch or something. So have him have punch moves, and instead of kicks, have him use his tail because his legs are stubby. You have to admit that.
Yeah,
He has stubby
that's
ass legs.
actually true. But the thing is, it's just been recently announced. Who knows? Maybe on the next trailer we'll see something in depth, and it
Yeah,
will be
exactly.
look really really amazing. At the beginning, I was like, this looks like, but it's the way they place the cameras. At the beginning, I was like, this is actually looks like Super Smash. But when I looked at it, it was called Pokken Tournament. I was like,
Yeah, it was
oh,
not announced but leaked around the same time as Pokemon X and Y. The original trailer was supposed to be Blaziken versus Lucario,
Yeah.
but
but
they changed it to Machamp because
Machamp,
Darkrai don't give a
Machamp,
fuck about leaks.
Machamp, Machamp, Chomp.
Machamp is a chump.
But yeah,
There are a lot of Pokemons you could bring in.
Hitmonlee,
Don't bring any
Hitmonchan.
legendary
That
stuff.
sounds like two fighters right there, two brawlers right there.
Lucario and Machamp.
Uh, but for other characters, Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan, what
Yeah,
Which are
you
needed.
got there, you got that.
definitely needed. But you also have other Pokemon. Like, I don't want any legendaries here. Screw
No,
that.
yeah.
There's only one legendary I could accept in here. And
Wait,
only because he's human.
Mewtwo?
And it's Darkrai.
No,
Not
Mewtwo.
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 No, screw Mewtwo.
No Deoxys? No.
No, Deoxys would be a pain, depending, all depending on how they do the skill or move system.
Yeah.
Because if they do it like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, you know that you can change the move sets.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you're screwed with Deoxys because he has a defensive moveset and an offensive moveset, defensive, offensive, and a speed moveset.
And a
But
speed move.
Darkrai would be the guy who's bashing at you from long range with like aura spheres, like dark spheres, like shadow balls.
Right.
But then if you get close up to him, he could kick you because he can grab like he can form legs. He can walk. He's a shadow who can become humanoid. So he has potential. And okay, fine, bring Mewtwo and give him the forms, the X form and the Y form, and bring Deoxys, sure. But aside from them, I don't want Kyogre. I don't want Groudon. Keldeo, Terrakion, Virizion.
Yeah, the
I don't
legendaries.
want
The legendaries that actually don't look like brawlers.
exactly. If you're
The,
gonna bring another brawler in here, hell, for Alligator.
even for alligator, that's actually true. For alligator, sounds like a
Alligator
brawler.
would make a great brawler. He has the build for it. He has the arms for it. He has a potential move set. He could bite the living hell out of you with one of his grabs, a grapple, and then
Yeah.
send you flying, or just hit you long range with a water attack. Because Lucario isn't just close combat. He does have Aura Sphere.
Don't worry, I'll just bring bull picks. Don't worry about it.
You could because we have a Materatsu in
In Marvel versus Capcom.
in Marvel vs. Capcom. Like you
Double
can
combo.
bring Ninetales, which is basically the same thing. Give him a different moveset, obviously, very different moveset. But we also have Dusknoir. Dusknoir would be a great Pokemon to have.
What about
in this.
Gardevoir?
Gardevoir would be tricky, but could be done. Gajade though, Glade,
Yeah.
the male version, he is a must. And Jose agrees with me on this. I hope
A little too much.
a little
actually.
too much, because Glade is a boss Pokemon. He
A
is.
boss.
Great
A
fighter.
boss Pokemon.
His freaking arms grow swords on his elbows.
Yeah.
Like, how much more of a badass do you have to be in the game?
Right.
So, Pokken has an
Po- po-
incredible,
Pokken can,
but it can also be a
That's the
great
thing.
fuck up.
yeah, but I just hope they release it on consoles, in which I'm pretty sure they will, because they're not gonna lose any money with it, because if they see it. But if they want to, I don't know what their tactics are. If they want just to bring the arcade scene back. If you want to bring the arcade scene back, I highly recommend you bring it to North America and spread it worldwide. Yes, it will cost money, but trust me, Evo is going to pick it up. CEO is going to pick it up for tournaments. I'm pretty sure. And the thing is, if you put it for home consoles, the sales on arcades will drop. Because that's what happened on the arcade scene. Consoles came in, and the arcade scene kind of like died bit by bit. The only games you see that it's for arcades, it's or Time Crisis or House of the Dead, maybe
Basically games that need
Marvel vs. Capcom
That's pretty
2 if you see an arcade, and what else? Freaking tennis.
Drinking games.
Tennis. Hell,
There's also the old Ninja Turtles game.
oh yeah, but I don't see that here. I don't see that here, but yeah. Who knows? I haven't been in on the U.S. So yeah, a few people know an arcade place that actually has good game. Leave it a comment. Which games that you've seen or anything, because I really don't know. We only have Time Crisis. We only have
No, we only have Broken Time Crisis.
you
which
Broken
it's
Time-
always missing one gun.
or
But it
or
aims like a lot higher than.
yeah. So 3DS, new 3DS.
Oh god.
What?
Wait, Carlos. What do you think about Nintendo?
I like Nintendo.
This is gonna be a running joke for quite a while.
Alright. 3DS. Alright, I got mixed feelings about this. I'll start.
On it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about the new 3DS. The one that has the extra, well, both have analogs and analog sticks, but there's one in particular in which I'm kind of like, what? The big one, basically the XL or LL, whatever it is,
4K.
and it has the analog right next to the, to the buttons, basically, X, Y, A, B. They're like right next to it, in which it looks kind of comfortable. But the one that is a slight cheaper, it has like a small little button that basically you have to, like, I don't know. It looks
You have to
horrible.
Basically flick on it.
Yeah, it's like flickering it. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks kind of awful.
I
Uh,
don't know, man. It could make some great practice.
Well,
Jesus
b-
Christ.
No, come on, dude. Okay, think about it. You have a lot of games which give you these huge analog sticks. It's not a precision thing.
Yeah.
But now you have a small one. You have to be very careful with your movements. It's great practice for your dexterity in your hands and your fingers. It's great for it. Like you can make smarter, faster, yet calculated movements with your hand, and that could help you a lot in the long run while gaming.
It's gonna be a lean, mean killing machine.
Yeah, I could kill you with my thumb.
I can
Yeah.
kill you with my thumb. What do
Thing
you
is-
do to practice? I just touch this little dot here.
Yeah,
but
right here.
you
Yeah.
know what's the thing about it, Victor? Like right now, I'm playing on my 3DS right now.
Right.
I will admit it. Um,
Yeah, I can hear the clicks.
yeah, sorry.
Smack you later.
No, I opened it for a reason because when I saw it, when
Everything
I
is
saw
a
the images
reason.
earlier,
Everything is a
Um,
reason.
everything has a reason. Yes. When I saw the images earlier, you have images from both front and back. You get
Right.
to see where everything is on the system, and I was like, you know what? How would that actually feel like? So I'm putting my fingers where the three extra buttons would be,
Yeah.
and it's doable. You know, you've got normally you use what do you call it? You use the middle part of your finger to click on the shoulder buttons. Adding two more little shoulder buttons a little further from that gives you could click it with the tip of your finger. Honestly, it's not that hard to
But
do.
yeah, well, the thing is it like another analog, like so you can move it left or right, or you have to click it and then move the other analog? I don't know how it's that gonna work.
No,
No.
I'm pretty sure it's another analog.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
because
separate
it's
analog.
and that's the thing. It's both things that actually looks it looks weird for me. I don't know. I like the other one because it actually looks like two analogs. But the good thing about the 3DS, it's that it's faster, it's stronger than the older 3DS, and it's gonna bring Xenoblade Chronicles.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, which is an exclusive.
It's an exclusive to both 3DS and the Wii U was supposed to get a copy too.
Yeah, I don't think. Do you think that Wii U is gonna get a copy? Like
Well,
it's basically a port, an HD port.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be an HD port, though. The next Xenoblade, I want that.
You know what's the thing, Victor? Like when you look at the like you take the Smash menu for an example.
Right.
The Smash menu has a Wii U button on it. Now, if you take the 3DS and you compare it to the Wii U's controller,
Right.
all that you're missing is a separate analog and two more buttons. So this idea that the fans had, where maybe you could connect the 3DS to the Wii U, like you could do with the Game Boy and the GameCube,
That's actually true. Yeah.
it can actually become a reality now. You have the buttons and the hardware necessary to turn your 3DS into a full-fledged controller.
But I'm pretty sure I'll get the other. Maybe. I'm just saying right now. I don't know what I talking about, but probably get the other one. The one that I like. That I think that it looks comfortable, cause it's like right next to the buttons, not or like above the buttons. Like like if I'm pressing X maybe, and I was like, oh shit, let me just put my thumb a little higher so I can move the analog and then go down.
Yeah. Right now,
But the other one, the one that I personally like, is like right next to it. Like it's actually right next to it. It's like it's on the right. But the thing is about that look, that it's on the right, it kind of looks like it's being attached to it, like it's an add-on. It kind of look weird. It's not like it's wide. It's a DS. The 3DS is kind of like wide in the controller panel,
yeah.
but it's actually like an add-on. Like you can see like you can see it looks weird. It just looks weird. But it's a 3DS that the one 3DS I would get. But the thing is, the 3DS that are in that basically in this new Mark 3DS, they're not gonna work on the older version of the 3DS.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fine. Nintendo's always been the one to like, let's release something. We'll have backwards compatibility, but you can't use this on the old thing. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
It-
like
they've al-
they did it like through sequence. Like when you got the first DS, you could use games from the Game Boy Advance, but you couldn't use games from the Game Boy Color, which you could have done in the SP. It kept going. The light came back. The DSi came.
Yeah.
Then you could still use the games. Then the DSi came out, and then you couldn't. Then the 3DS came out, and it's like, well, I already couldn't. But then some games from the original the original DS weren't compatible anymore because of the software it had. Like, for example, I cannot play Pokemon Diamond on my 3DS.
You can't?
No,
Really?
I can't.
Wait, you can't play Pokemon Diamond on your 3DS?
No.
I like Nintendo.
No, I can't. Like maybe it's
What?
no, and I thought maybe it's something with the cartridge. I hook it up to my original DS and my DSi. Both games take it.
What? Wow, that's kind of
I
odd.
love Nintendo.
He doesn't like Nintendo. He loves
No,
Nintendo now.
it's kind of ironic because I'm trying it on my 3DS XL. That's the Pokemon X exclusive one, the one that's red with the decal. It's kind of ironic. I can't play a Pokemon game on a Pokemon decal DS,
Yeah.
Right.
but they've done it for a long time, and we should have expected it by now. Like the 3DS hasn't been out for less than a year. It's been out for a couple of years.
It's been out, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2014, around 3 years now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's doing pretty well. I think it's selling more than the Wii U, obviously.
No,
It is.
Mm,
Yeah,
been selling more than
but
the Wii U and
but
the Vita.
but that's true. It's actually it's sold more than the Vita. But that's one thing. That's actually one thing. Now I saw it's kind of like a really interesting article before I ended here. They actually there's a lot of analysts that actually said that now it's the time to buy the Wii U. Now it's the time because you're gonna have a shitload of content. Plus, I think the 3DS is now gonna be, it's gonna work with the Wii U.
Yeah,
Yeah.
compatible with it.
It's gonna be compatible with it. So if you have a time to get the Wii U, I think it's time. Like
Yeah,
it's
buy it while it's cheap and no one's
yeah,
trying to
and then when the new games comes out and there's new add-ons, they'll just keep
Run out.
like they'll just raise the price
Yeah,
of it.
the raise the price. It's gonna run out like when the Xbox One and PlayStation came out.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4. You couldn't find that shit anywhere. And when you exclusive Hyrule Warriors Wii U or the exclusive Smash Bros Wii U or the exclusive whatever Wii U, you're not gonna find that anywhere. And everyone's gonna be playing other games that you want to play while you're still trying to find a place where you can buy it for the retail price instead
Now
of
that you say that, I think a good competition that would again. I said this since podcast number 1. Nintendo, Capcom is still for sale.
I'm
Take it.
You know what?
Take
It's
it.
kind of
Capcom
funny because
is
I read
still for
an
sale.
article about the new 3DS, which
Right.
said that one of the games that would most benefit from this kind of DS was Monster Hunter 4, which is coming out in 2015, and it is a Capcom game,
Exactly.
which Nintendo has nurtured and cared for a while
Nintendo,
now.
Nintendo. I know maybe you're not listening to this, but if you stumble with this podcast, I'm pretty
Capcom.
sure get Capcom. I'm
Before
just
someone
assuming. I'm
else
just
gets
giving. I'm just giving
up.
you there. Get Capcom. Like honestly,
someone
you
else gets
should
it and fucks it up.
acquire Capcom. It's not that it's not that the company is for sale, but the acquisitions are. In which, if you're gonna play, let's just say, if you want to play Resident Evil, you gotta play on the Wii U. You want Mega Man now back, Carlos? Get a Wii U.
You want a new Monster Hunter game? I'm sorry, it's not coming for the Vita anymore. It's a freaking
Yeah,
Nintendo
Nintendo.
exclusive for
That's
the
it.
DS.
You're
and the Wii.
damn freaking
Like,
right.
I like Nintendo.
This
No,
is by far the best
If
punishment
they get the
given to artists.
acquisitions, it's not gonna take a long time before they start getting other things, where they get franchises from other companies. Like, I'm just saying, we
Hey.
never know when our favorite franchise from another company might become Nintendo owned.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yes.
Carlos. Hell, guys, do you imagine Battlefield Nintendo with
Well, I think it's time to.
I'm just gonna say one last thing. For those that have seen the menu update, there's gonna be a menu update on October for the 3DS, and it will be ported to a new one.
Oh, sweet.
It gives you customization abilities for the
Yeah, I got a shitload of stuff in there that I would just want to take out.
yeah. Like you could customize the menu, turn it into a Super Mario themed menu, turn it
Oh, sweet.
into a Animal
Pokemon.
Crossing menu, Pokemon menu.
So,
Damn.
I think we had to end it right here. So yeah, there's one thing before I go. Next week we're gonna talk about just. I'm just gonna give this topic because it's a rumor and possibly it's just going live. I don't know, but Capcom. You remember Devil May Cry, the reboot?
Correct.
Yeah, it's getting a sequel.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no. It's actually they dropped the reboot and they're going for the sequel to 4. They dropped the reboot.
Oh.
But that's a rumor.
shit.
I'm pretty sure that if it's true, for me it's kind of like meh, but at the same time it's actually good for the old fans, so the original DMC fans actually. But yeah, I think that's it. I was Victor the Red, signing off.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Guys.
I like Nintendo.